Today, the Tallahassee-Leon County Commission on the Status of Women and Girls met to launch a new program to recognize local businesses that support women. They also considered ordinances like parking spots for expecting mothers and diaper-changing stations. They say the goal of the new community initiative, quote, Businesses for a Better Tallahassee-Leon, is to get businesses across the area involved. They say a tier system will help women identify which companies they prefer to work for. For example, the bronze tier is for businesses that have initiated at least one program, like displaying menstrual products in bathrooms, all the way up to gold for businesses that have made contributions to women and girls' health over a significant period of 3 or more years.
I think setting it up with flexibility, so even if it's an ordinance, giving kind of a tier system of what makes sense for each business or organization versus you must do this.
Leaders say they understand not every recommendation will apply to every business, so they're keeping the program flexible. They say some businesses can be more inclusive of women, including offering parental leave policies, adding nursing stations, and providing menstrual products.